Episode 2 digs deep into Jen Yao's backstory, showing how early the darkness around him started. The episode flashes back to his high school days, where a teacher and counselor try to check on him after noticing bruises on his face. He lies about crashing his motorbike, but the flashbacks show the truth. His father is violently abusive, hits his mother, hits him, and drinks constantly. On top of that, his father is drowning in debt with a local thug named Big K, who beats him whenever he can't pay up. During this time, Jen Yao first encounters Saun. He heads up to the school rooftop chasing a moth and accidentally walks in on her practicing ballet, smiling and carefree. He notices the tiny butterfly tattoo on her finger. When they finally talk, she gives him her lunch because she's supposed to be dieting before a performance. He pushes back, tells her she's not even close to overweight, but she insists. Once he sees how hungry she really is, he sneaks her chicken from outside the school and watches in awe as she devours the whole thing, already smitten. She reads his name off his uniform, introduces herself, and tells him to meet her there tomorrow. She leaves and he's completely infatuated. That night, while working at Ocean Dragon Seafood Restaurant, he can't stop replaying their rooftop moment and smiling. But when Big K finds him, everything crashes again. Big K grabs his entire paycheck, mocks his father, and warns that if the debt isn't paid soon, Jen Yao will be the one they go after next. Jen Yao finally snaps. He goes home, gets his mom out of harm's way, and tells Big K exactly where his father is. Big K and his goons storm in and beat Jen's dad. Jen Yao thinks this is justice. His father created this mess, but his mother is horrified that he betrayed his dad. She slaps him, says he is still his father, and desperately writes Big K a check to make them leave. Jen Yao stands there heartbroken, realizing his mom will always choose his father over him. He breaks down crying outside. He spots moths under the street lights. When he sees Saun with her mother nearby, he turns around and hides, too ashamed to let her see him like this. She notices him leaving, but says nothing. The next day, she waits on the rooftop with lunch in hand, but he never shows. At dance class, she gets chosen for the solo performance if she maintains her weight, and she is thrilled. Jen Yao passes by the dance room and they briefly lock eyes, but he walks away. A moth flutters by him again. Much later in the timeline, after he's already begun spiraling into violence, we see the murder of influencer Chang Enya, or Lisa. He brutally attacks her with a metal bar in the woods, ignoring her tears and confusion. She is missing fingers as she crawls away, and a moth flits nearby as he beats her unconscious and continues striking her. Afterward, he burns her belongings, including a group ballet photo of Saun and her classmates, and her ballet clothes. Jump into 2023, Pinyu's storyline picks up with her nearly stepping in front of a moving train. She snaps out of it at the last second as a stranger pulls her back. Her cousin Shen rushes to the station, where police explain Pinyu was standing on the platform in a daze, totally out of it. Pinyu tries to explain that she was possessed. She remembers seeing Saun's reflection in her mirror the night before, hearing the girl ask if she was looking for her, and suddenly finding herself transported to Saun's old high school, with Debussy's Clair de Lune playing, and then she was back at the train station. Shen takes her home, and when they check security footage, Pinyu is horrified to see herself crying in the elevator at 10:30 p.m., something she doesn't remember at all. Her apartment is a mess, with photos of Jen Yao's crimes scattered everywhere, and multiple online searches that she doesn't recall making. She wonders if Saun possessed her to investigate Jen Yao, and whether the ballerina is seeking revenge. Shen insists Pinyu is hallucinating from stress, all the true crime research, the rumors that the apartment is haunted, the previous tenant dying mysteriously. She begs Pinyu to come live with her, but Pinyu swears what she experienced wasn't sleepwalking. She gets a call from her boss Taowei, reminding her they have an interview about Jen Yao that day, so she pulls herself together. Pinyu joins Taowei to interview Officer Lau, who breaks down Jen Yao's pattern. The first murder was sloppy and frantic, clearly an impulse. Later murders became precise, calculated, and almost forensically clean. At one crime scene, after killing Mr. Lin, Jen calmly sat and ate noodles next to the body, showing how desensitized he had become. Taowei asks specifically about Chen Enya's case and what Jen burned at the scene. Officer Lau reveals it was ballet clothes and personal photos, including the group picture with Saun. The officer says the one thing Jen Yao never explained was his motive. He confessed to every detail of the killings, even the cleanup and disposal, but avoided saying why he chose those victims. Lau believes Jen carries some deep secret, like he's telling many stories to hide the real one. After overhearing this, Pinyu returns home and hears something moving. Convinced the ghost is back, she speaks politely into the air, asking the spirit not to possess her again, and begging for time to move out. She tells the ghost to go after the person who killed her instead. Shen suddenly arrives, stays the night, and leaves a note the next morning, saying she had to deal with something urgent. Pinyu talks to her neighbor, finally confirming that the previous tenant was Chan Enya, not Saun, so the ballerina spirit Pinyu keeps seeing doesn't match the woman who died in her apartment. Pinyu calls Chen to share the discovery, but Chen says she is busy. It turns out Chen is actually at the prison, speaking with Jen Yao. A final flashback shows that back in high school, when Jen avoided Saun after missing their rooftop meeting, Saun chased after him, and standing right beside her on the staircase that day was Shen. Which means Shen isn't just another character in Pinyu's life, she was Saun's best friend, and suddenly all those coincidences around the haunting feel a lot less random.